You're listening to Breaking Tables, a Buffalo Fanatics podcast. This is your host, Brian Van Slyke. That was kind of cool, I know. Hey, and guys, I've got a special guest with me today. We got Tampa Neil. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, Brian? 66 more days. You know, that's
working.
66 more days.
And that voice you hear is what's going on, Bad Mama Sabi, Mama.
It's me. Hi, everyone.
Kindergarten Cop. That's your name from now on. Kindergarten Cop. That's it. Sorry, you stuck with it. We got Tampa Neil and Kindergarten Cop.
Oh, I have a funny story for later. About that.
We got so many funny stories today just because, as Neil just said, 66 days until the draft. I cannot wait. You know what that means? That means that it's like 200 and some days until Christmas. So that's even better. You know what else that means? That means it's only like 175 some days until the Super Bowl. I'm just making up numbers. That probably doesn't even make sense, but who cares? We're going to go with it. You want to tell your crazy story before we get into Bills?
Okay, so today we were the 100th day of school, so they were all excited. It was like a big day. We dressed as old ladies and old men, so like old men, and I was an old lady, and like it was towards the end of the day, and I'm like, oh, I should probably take this makeup off. So I like wash my face in the sink, and I turn, and one of my little girls says, "Well, sorry to say this, but you still look old." I was like, okay, thank you.
I didn't even have to go there with that joke. I was thinking like, okay, I'm going to say a joke. Should I say it? And then you're like, a little kid answered it for me. So
yeah, no, they like, they're rough, man. They may be 5, but they're intense. Like they'll bring you down a notch, but they also build you up. So it's kind of funny, but yeah, that was today.
No filter children.
No filter. Nope. None. They have none.
It's like the age range up to like 8 years old, or maybe 7, no filter, and then like after outside of 35, no filter.
Yep, same. Yeah, that's me now as an adult. That's why we get along so well.
Well, I think last podcast we talked a little bit about salary cap situation, and we're not going to deep dive into that because it's not a number show. We're not Tampa Neil. We're not number people. We just throw some random numbers that we think sounds good. Fugazi, throw it on the wall, hope it sticks. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and talk about our 2021 opponents coming up. I know that we still have a little bit ways to go, but we're going to go ahead and start with, obviously we've got the AFC East that we're going to have to go through: the Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Now I'm going to start with Neil. Neil, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Out of those 3 teams, who do you think of those 3? Mind you, we swept the division. We are AFC East champions. Out of those 3 teams, do you think any of those 3 teams are going to do any better than what they were last year?
Yep. I think Miami will. Miami worries me a little bit. Their quarterback situation doesn't worry me. However, they've got a ton of draft picks this year, and they got a lot of money to spend. They're one of the teams that doesn't have salary cap issues. So they do worry me a little bit because they were already a pretty decent team last year. Patriots still have no quarterback, so I'm not really worried about them. And the Jets are the Jets.
Dolphins? Yeah, you're right about the Dolphins. The Dolphins have $23 million available cap space, sitting with that 180 million floor cap. That's the lowest is going to go. And they've got a million fucking picks. They got 11 picks in the draft, 2 first rounds, 2 second rounds, and a partridge and a pear tree. I'm all about that. Sarah, I got to hear what do you think? You think the Dolphins are gonna make the right moves and try to compete against the Buffalo Bills?
Let's be honest. Our new rival is now the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. Like, I mean, really, I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about Tom Brady. That's what I'm worried about. And Mahomes.
Mahomes? Yeah.
I'm mad at him. I'm still mad, but congratulations to him and his wife, though. Or no, fiance. Sorry, they had a baby.
So Kermit and little Miss Piggy had a baby.
Baby girl. Yeah, I don't know what her name is. She had it on a necklace or something like that. But I'm just trying to be nice. Okay, I'm trying to be nice.
Are you trying to say that it was like some sort of like trailer trash name?
Oh, I didn't say that. You said it.
You heard it here first. Sarah's calling out Miss Mahomes.
No, I'm not. It was like Destiny. No, I'm kidding.
She's tweeting about you. Actually, no, Mahomes' mom's tweeting about you tonight.
They probably don't even watch our show, do they? I'm scared.
Of course they do.
That's.
I'm gonna look it up. What do anybody know?
Stable from Glen Falls.
No,
Don't
throw me under the bus.
Sterling was the baby's name.
Sterling. Spoon. Sterling.
So
I don't know.
not to jump off topics. The Patriots, they don't know who they want to be with the quarterback. They don't want. I don't think they want Cam Newton. I don't know if Newton's going to come back. I don't know if Cam Newton wants to come back, knowing that he's not wanted. Jets, they are trash. They are of all the NFL teams. Who do you think is worse than the Jets? Just all around the Houston Texans. I think it's going to be that's a crapshoot. Like, who is a crappier team? The Houston Texans, who's getting rid of everybody, or the Jets, who had everybody and just got rid of everybody?
Houston still has Watson though.
For now,
For now,
that's not
correct.
last
For
long.
now, if he's not there, yeah, Houston's going to be a bad team, but he's there still.
Yeah, not for long. Not for long. So the Jets are a garbage fire. Even if the new coach comes on board, they don't even have what's their draft pick? Do you know their draft pick this year? I imagine it's top 10, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Pushed back to 3 because they won like 2 games at the end of the season. I'm pretty sure they got pushed to number 3 because they were the favorites for number 1 by not winning a team. And then they won a couple of games last year, end of the season.
Who had the Jaguars have the first? Don't
the
they?
Jaguars had the first pick, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who we also play.
Yeah, Falcons. We play the Jaguars. Yep, and the Falcons.
And the Jets. Speaking of the Jets and the Jaguars, actually the top 2 teams leading for the salary cap positions. So, which I don't see the Jets doing anything because they have a new coach coming on board. Jaguars, I think they just hired a new coach. They just fired Marone, right?
Yeah, they have Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. That's going to be interesting. That he's got all this money to spend and all these picks to spend on these college kids. That's going to be interesting.
Doug Marone. That was the name I forgot about. He did us dirty.
Yeah, everybody hates Doug Marone. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you're Doug Marone. You're terrible.
Forget you, Doug.
Yeah,
just left us high and dry. Left us high and dry when Pagula's owned it, and he thought he was big and bad. He was going to be the head coach of the Jets, remember? And then he turned out being like, not even that. You're going to play offensive line coach for the Jaguars just because you did the Buffalo Bills dirty. They don't want that. So then it brings us back to the Dolphins, circling around. Will Tua stay in Miami?
I hope so.
Knowing that I do too. Of course, I want to play Tua again.
Yep.
Like I personally, Josh Allen gets benched, and I go out there and I can probably beat the team. Worth a shot.
Yeah, I hope he stays there. I mean, I've heard the rumors of Watson going to Miami. I sure as hell hope that does not happen because I don't want to see Watson twice a year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to see Watson twice a year. Somebody because that's a decent quarterback. I don't want to play against a decent quarterback. Mm-hmm. We've seen a decent quarterback for 20 years. And it goes by, and now we're still playing it. We have next year anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. I'm with Sarah. We're gonna get out of our division because we're gonna destroy these guys. These teams are still years behind us. Okay, we're looking for the Super Bowl. We're looking beyond. So,
Saints.
So we're gonna go ahead and put us down for a victory times 2. So automatically we're gonna start off handicap of 2021 season 6-0. Okay, we're all agreeing here 6-0. That is our beginning 2021 handicap 6-0 per Sarah, who doesn't like the Mahomes and they think they're trailer trash. So.
No. Say that.
So 6-0. So we're going to cross that off the list. Let's move it on down. Now, this year is kind of strange. We're playing everybody from the AFC South and the NFC South. So let's just stick with the AFC for right now. Let's go ahead with the Texans because, we already brought the Texans. Sarah, do you think Watson is going to stay with the Texans?
I don't know. I've been reading all conflicting different things. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. There's just so many things right now. I feel like there's like this stuff with JJ. Like we have this stuff with JJ still kind of out there. And there's just so many possible pieces, like Neil said last time, that could slide into place that you just don't know. You don't know. I mean, could he wind up somewhere else? Like, could he wind up with the Dolphins? That would be crazy. And I don't know. What about Fitzmagic? Where's he going?
Oh, I could see that's where you get into that trade scenario. All right, listen, we'll give you Watson for 2 first rounds and Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, where's he going? He's a character.
He's a free agent, so it doesn't really
Is
matter.
he a free agent? Yeah.
He's a free agent. He'll go somewhere.
He's a nut. I love him though.
If I'm the GM of the Texans, I'm sitting back and I'm like, I'm getting rid of everybody because I'm sitting at $6 million over the cap. So I don't have that much. I can't bring anybody on and keep my guys happy. So I gotta just get rid of people. We get rid of our coach. New year. Let's get a new coach on board. I'm the owner. I'm starting clean. And I'm trying to get as much draft capital as possible. This year, there are some interesting quarterbacks out there. And if honestly, who is their fucking GM right now? Do they even know? Do they even have a GM right now? Neil?
They hired somebody because Bill O'Brien was their GM, and we now have their assistant GM because he got fired from there. Remember that?
Yeah. It's some guy, Chris Olsen is interim right now. But I was just looking up because like there's some things like I know I read a couple things on Twitter too saying that people like the Texans should not trade Watson, but then other people within the locker room are saying see you later. Like it's weird. It's conflicting. It's kind of like you need a McDermott kind of guy to go in there and kind of clean house and say, look, all this toxic energy, all these negative people, see you later. If you're not here for this team in this city, then adios.
Houston kind of messed their own situation up there, but the owner just did a stupid ass thing. He told Watson that he wanted him involved with the hiring of the general manager and the hiring of the coach. He should really realistically just shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
If he's going to say it, then he needs to do that. He didn't do it. That's what pissed Watson.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
For being pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame him for being pissed, but I don't think Houston's going to trade him. I think that would be just unless they get an absolute bombshell of picks, it would not make sense to trade him. Not even
look at the Buccaneers. They don't even have to have a coach. They just let Tom Brady run the show.
Yeah. Like we said last episode, talk about a worthless job. What do you do?
Yeah.
I'm the QB coach for Tom Brady.
Right?
Hey, I'll get paid. I'll get paid, hundreds of thousands, maybe even $1 million just to, hey, Tom, how you doing? Great. Let me get your balls for you.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Texans will be in rough shape if they lose him.
Yes. And Texans will be in the runnings for the worst team next year.
I don't know, man. I would get rid of him, trade him to the Dolphins for 2 first rounds.
No.
A third round this year,
the Bears.
First round next year.
Yeah, Bears.
The Bears are the only idiot of a team
I don't want to do it.
I'll take your 2 and I'll give you 4. Okay, sure.
That is a Bears move.
If I'm the GM, that's what I would do. I get Fitzpatrick 2 first rounds. They get a number 3 this year. You get a quarterback. Whatever. This is a Bills podcast. Fuck the Texans. They're going to suck anyways. Moving on.
Fear the beard. Fear the beard.
Colts. No Rivers, but guess what? Carlos Wentz is out there. What do you think about that one?
I saw that. I'm like boggled. I'm boggled.
Perfect place for Carson Wentz. Because Carson Wentz had his best seasons under Frank Reich. Frank Reich was the offensive coordinator of Philly.
Absolutely.
He had his best seasons. So yeah,
that is right.
That is a team that we have to worry about in the NFC.
And they've got $45 million over the cap.
Yep.
So and they've got guys that are coming back already signed, and they've got money to spend. Look out.
True.
Receivers in that team. That's a scary team to watch there because their defense is already pretty decent.
Yeah. Yikes.
But yeah, they gave us around. They gave us and honestly, will Wentz make it that far outside of game 8? After game 8, he's usually like rubber or glass and just
true.
True, because he did have that one injury, that one where he was out.
Well,
he's out a lot. He's out a lot.
Well, it was the Super Bowl, wasn't it? And then they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, with Nick Foles.
With Foles, yeah, Foles. Yeah,
the Colts have a much better offensive line than the Eagles do.
And they seem like they're really actively pursuing him too. So yikes. I didn't think about that.
And their defense is good. Hands down right now, their defense is better than ours. Offense, not so good. I mean, they had Phillip Rivers, but Wentz can make plays. Don't get me wrong. People thought that Wentz, number one round draft pick, Carson Wentz, and they were saying that people were like, okay, he trained there was like something where his coach, it was Josh Allen's coach, was talking about Carson Wentz, and everybody was comparing Josh Allen to Carson Wentz. And this is when Carson Wentz got all that money when he left the Eagles, and he's just been hurt, injury prone. So,
like Sammy Watkins.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's that injury prone.
I'm angry at him. Him and I had a Twitter war. got into
Really?
a fight. Yeah, we got into a Twitter war with each other. It was like the playoff game. He was chirping, or no, was it playoffs? Yeah, no, it was the Super Bowl or no, yeah, it was the playoff. Yeah, it was the championship game, and he was chirping. It's like, you're sitting on the bench, bro. Settle down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did he chirp back at you?
Huh?
Did he chirp back at you?
I think so.
He chirped. Oh my God, he re-chirped my chirp.
I don't know. He was just chirping. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Don't be chirping at kindergarten cop.
Oh, no, you don't be chirping at me. No, you don't, Kurt.
It's like that time I had a bunch of Patriots fans behind me at a Bills game. It was really bad. They made me really angry too. They had the really bad Boston accents too. Who's the other ones? We got the Colts.
The Colts. The Colts. All right, the Colts are a team that you're gonna all have to look out for. We get it. Yeah. Okay. Right. Moving on down to the NFC. NFC. Well, let's stick with the AFC. The Steelers. Yeah. We're playing the Steelers at home. Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger.
Yep.
He's old. He is old. How old is he?
237. Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking about the days until training camp starts. My bad.
Are the two?
He's old.
If I'm the NFL, guys, if I'm the NFL scheduling commission, here's what I do. Okay, we want the best ratings. We want the Steelers in Buffalo with a healthy Ben Roethlisberger. We're playing game 2, game 3. That's what they're going to be playing at home. I see it because he's not going to last a full season again. This is his last year. He's done. He's so old, so wrinkly and old.
Steelers have a real tough decision with him this year, and I'm curious if they're going to do something with his contract because he's got a cap hit this year of $41 million.
And they're 19 in the hole.
Highest. Yeah.
They're 19 in the hole. They're in a lot of trouble.
Like they can release him and have, I believe it's 0 in the category for dead cap with him. So that's going to be a very curious situation what they actually do with him because let's face reality, Ben Roethlisberger is not worth $41 million anymore.
No.
So
no.
The Steelers defense is good, but I'll tell you their offense is pitiful. I'm not worried about them even a little bit.
Neil, listen, they're 19 in the hole, and just by having one guy who is a liability, he's a liability.
Yeah,
listen, yes, he's going to the Hall of Fame, but you can see his steady decline, especially if he can't stay healthy. And their offense is not as powerful as it was. I'm sorry, Juju is no Antonio Brown. No,
he's going to be gone too. He's going to be gone.
Yeah.
He's a free agent.
Is he a free agent?
Oh, yeah,
he's going to be gone.
Don't bring him to Buffalo because if he's dancing on people's
we don't need
things,
any wide receivers.
Yeah, we don't need any more wide receivers.
We're good.
No TikToking, no making dance moves and doing whatever he did on everybody's stadium. Like he was doing different things. Ugh, I don't like that. It's gross.
So that's a wash. So right now we talked about the Texans, the Colts, which I'm going to circle the Colts. Let's come back and circle the Colts, but the Texans and Steelers. So let's just add 2 more to our handicap. Right now we have a handicap 2021 of 8-0. Okay. So we got circle the Colts. Let's talk about another home win. The other 2 home games, it's going to be against the Falcons and the Panthers. So let's get into the Falcons. NFC South. Washed up Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I'm sorry. I don't see him staying that year anymore. Wait, one other thing too. They're also $21 million in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see them being that
Let's
good.
just mark this as a win.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So right now we're up 2021.
Straight from the mouth of GM Tampa deal.
Atlanta's not even worth the time to talk about.
I mean, he's right.
And the Panthers, McCaffrey, they have 1 running back. So guess what? Our focus is going to be our defense. I'm telling you, our defense, that defensive line, that defensive tackle between the gaps, healthy linebackers and defensive ends, that defensive linemen. That is going to be what our focus is. McCaffrey will not run over 100 yards that game. I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to take it to the Vegas line that McCaffrey will not get 100 yards against the Buffalo Bills in 2021. You guys agree? Are you on that boat? Who's all?
Yeah, I don't really think they're going to be that great.
That's all they have. They've got. It's going to be Buffalo Bills versus McCaffrey.
Tampa.
So let's go ahead and put the game against the Panthers.
Versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's all I'm thinking about for next year. How are we going to beat Tom Brady? I want to know.
Well, that's going to be a away game. So let's get into that covers all of our home games. So our home games right now, as we see, 1, 2, 3. Well, and plus the other away games. So let's just stick with the 8. Right now we're set. Let's say 7-0 with the one against the Colts. So we'll come back to the Colts. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mark that one down. 7-0 home, and we're going to come back to the Colts. Let's move on
to what Tampa Neal said off of air, though.
Oh, we're going 16-0. I don't know why we're doing this.
You really think so?
I mean, always.
Oh yeah.
He said, does he say that all the time? Every year?
I actually
Every year,
wrote on
Neil?
a piece of paper a couple weeks ago and had it up to the screen.
Oh, you did. Yeah. You should frame that.
And even when we lose, I'm like, that's all right. Well, 15-1, no biggie, or oh guys, 14-2. I'm okay with that.
Still a respectable record.
Yeah.
So we already talked about the away games, the Dolphins, which we're gonna go. We got to go to a home game this year. Who we want to go against? You want to go? We should go against. It'd be a good game against the Colts. It'd be a hell of a game to watch.
That would be a good game against the Colts, and I have a good track record against the Colts in home games. I'm 3-0 at Bill Stadium against the Colts in my career as a fan.
The last time I saw Frank Wright in Buffalo was when he played in '93, and I was at that game against the New Orleans Rams. O.J. Simpson was there, and we won. So guess what? I'm all about the Colts game, the home game. Moving on to the away game. Obviously, we're going with the Dolphins. You got to go with the Dolphins deal.
I'm coming down, flying.
Yeah, you got to come on down. Bring
flying
the plan down. So Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, they suck. Well, I go with them. Jaguars. Let's start with the AFC South. So the Jaguars, who sit pretty on top of the cap space, million picks, number 1 overall, AFC South. Urban Meyer coming back. He was in retirement, wasn't he? Urban Meyer, Neil? Yeah, out of retirement.
He was sportscasting.
All right, yeah, he was with Ohio, won some championship, good coach, okay, and he's got all these kids that he can pick and choose from now, and a number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence wants to go to. I play in Jacksonville. Are you kidding me?
I play in Jacksonville too. Better than the Jets.
A lot better than the Jets. So that's another game that we got to go to, Neil. So let's go ahead and put a star next to that one because I'm all about it. I'm down to Bill's Mafia take over Jacksonville again, and you hear people going Duval. What that even mean? It's like us going Broward. Broward County or what county? What county you in, Neil?
Mine's too big. Can you imagine screaming Hillsborough County the entire time?
Hillsborough County.
Hillsborough.
What's yours? What's yours, Sarah?
I'm South Glens Falls.
South Glens Falls.
SGF.
SGF.
We're Washington, Saratoga County. We're Saratoga County, I guess technically.
Well, so that's all they say, and it's just like, all right, cool. You know what county you live in, but what about your sports team?
Like that's what they say.
Yeah, it's stupid thing.
If you ask them about their sports team, they tell you about the Gators.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, Gainesville's only like I think a couple hours
away,
something like that.
Weird. Huh? Yeah, so, but we have like the Jets and the Giants close to us, but I would never go there.
The last time Bill's Mafia was
New Jersey. Yeah. New Jersey Jets and Giants.
New Jersey Jets and Giants.
It's a sensitive subject.
So Buffalo Bill's Mafia. The last time we were in Jacksonville, we drank the entire city dry.
I remember that. Same thing happened in Nashville too.
I think they were a little more prepared for that because
they were way more prepared than that.
Yeah, they've got their little like mini Mardi Gras thing that they have down, over there. So I think they're prepared. Jacksonville, they're like, there's no way these country bumpkins can drink that. Wrong. You failed. You failed, Jacksonville.
I didn't have enough of Labatt Blue.
That was the worst game ever. It's just such a boring game. And you had to hear these guys who just watched. It's the first time watching a football game. They can tell the brand. You can still see the tag on these jerseys because they know they're returning them, and they're yelling down the street, "Double!"
Why? It's so weird.
That's
so weird.
Here's some interesting stuff for Jacksonville. Even though Urban Meyer coming, Nick Saban also went to the Dolphins and sucked. Historically, college coaches coming into the NFL don't do very well. Pete Carroll's the exception. And fuck Pete Carroll, by the way.
Oh my God, Neil.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was nice.
No,
Wasn't
I'm
he
kidding.
coach for the Bills, like way back in the day?
Who, Pete
No.
Carroll?
He was he was the USC Trojans coach, and being an Arizona State guy that I am, I really hate that piece of shit.
Why?
He was, for one of our rivals. He cheated and left his entire school high and dry after he cheated, all the players and everything. Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
You know, he's never been on the Bills. He was Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Saints, Buccaneers, Panthers, Falcons, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers.
Okay,
It's a
everybody
lot.
but the Bills. Sorry.
So
For some reason, I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that because I, for some reason, thought that. But then again, I say
That's
wrong
okay.
shit all the
I
time.
don't know anything about numbers. It's fine.
and folks, and she's a teacher. Let's just
Listen, I know a part plus a part equals a whole, and it's like up to 10. That's it.
one apple.
One.
Two apple.
No, I'm not the count. I'm more like Cookie Monster. That's me. I feel like I'm, yeah,
Cookie, good enough.
damn it,
for
I want
me.
a cookie.
yeah, I'm more of a Cookie Monster kind of teacher. I'm
So-
ridiculous. I think I'm nuts. Most of the time.
Jacksonville, you better be listening up right now because we're coming to your town, your little podunk Duval town, and we're going to drink your table by 9
Again.
o'clock.
Again.
Again. It's
My
like,
God.
unless they're smart, like, all right, guys, listen, these guys can drink beer, but let's shorten the beer. Let's up the prices on liquor and let's just stock on liquor.
Was there tape? Were there people with tables?
Yes.
Lots
They
of
didn't,
tables.
they didn't allow table sales in the Jacksonville area.
Yeah,
If Braden-
Yeah.
If we go this year to a game, Braden is determined. He's like, I'm jumping through your table, Mom, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but he's really determined. Like he wanted to jump through a table so bad last time we were there, and I'm like, no, you're only 10 years old. My God,
you might not even go through the
he's
table.
diehard,
he's
man.
bound
This
up.
kid's like, he's gonna be the kid that like goes to Buffalo to go to college just because of the Bills. Like he's already
him.
said it. Yeah, he's something else.
So Jacksonville, you heard it here first. Actually, well, two things: get enough beer and alcohol for us, and number two, make some tables where 8-year-old little boys can jump through it and not get hurt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So just be cool with the fad, but let's plan ahead and make it safe. So moving on away from Jacksonville, we're gonna go ahead and mark that one as a victory, guys. Tennessee,
That's my one that I want to go to really badly.
I think
I
that's,
had a great time in Tennessee last time they played there.
My father-in-law, Fred Siebold, shout out to Fred. He went, he loves it. It's like, that's his atmosphere. Like he absolutely loved every minute of it. And my brother-in-law lives out there too. So I feel like it would be awesome if like travel bans were lifted and we could go, we would totally go. But I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that this year.
I will say one thing:
Almost
Tennessee
getting a
fans, they are not douches. They're not assholes. They're actually very nice.
Yeah, no, most of them are, like I said,
Yeah.
and a lot of country singers
Yeah.
are Tennessee fans. But there's also one country singer, Megan Patrick. She's on Instagram, and she's a Bills fan, and it's kind of funny. And she always puts pictures up and stuff for the Bills games and stuff. She's a huge Bills fan.
and just like that, she gained another fan. I've never heard of her, but I will.
Megan
probably,
Patrick, yeah, her and Mitchell Tenpenny. So Mitchell Tenpenny, he sings a lot of songs. He's amazing, fantastic. Like I am obsessed with him. He is so good, and they're dating, so they both are together. But he's a Titans fan and she's a Bills fan, so they like mess with each other. It's really funny during
Nice.
football season. But yeah,
Nice.
they're good
So-
people.
We're gonna go ahead and circle that one too because I'm
Yeah.
so that's right now. It's Jacksonville home game, Buffalo against the Colts.
Get your
away
cowboy
game
boots
in
ready.
Tennessee. So right now we're up to 3 games that we're going to. That I'm going to. Neil, Sarah, you guys got to go to it too. So
Yep, I'm there.
in terms of victory, let's go ahead and mark that one down as a victory because again, all they did was run all over us. So guess what we're doing this offseason? Making sure nobody runs all over us.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So right now, we're 7-0 plus Colts game that I'm going to circle back to later. We're going to keep that one on pause. I'm not going to say anything about that one. We're beating the Jacksonville Jaguars because they're terrible. Tennessee, they're nobody besides Derrick Henry. Win. Chiefs. Before we get into the NFC South, we play the Chiefs. We play the Chiefs away at Arrowhead Stadium. They beat us last year. We got to see. We need to see. I think that's what's going to determine how good we were in 2020 versus what we did to improve in 2021. So you're going to use that as a base. Okay, here's how good Buffalo Bills is. Forget our records. Forget what we've done before that game. We beat the Chiefs in their stadium. That's going to tell where we're going to be going next year. That's a big game. And I've got family in Kansas. We should go to that one too.
I know. I literally will get fired from my job if I just go to all these games. But seriously, man, I think the Chiefs are new. They're the new rival, man. Like, forget the Dolphins thing, because that was like a big thing, squish the fish and that whole thing. But wow. You know what's interesting though? How come we don't play the Raiders?
We played them last year.
Did we play them last year?
Yeah.
Now that's a scary team. They frighten me. Those fans are terrifying. Just so you know.
There were no fans in the stadium. We went to Vegas and beat the house.
When they came, so there was some there, and I get it's like a poker thing, right? But anyway, they were scary. They were scary. There was a girl. She was like dressed. She had the whole like face paint and stuff, and she looked right at some guy. And he was like one of the security guys, and he was like, no smoking. And she lit up a cigarette and looked right at him and flicked it right at him. Wow. I was like, whoa.
Wow.
That's scary.
Hold on, guys.
Crazy fan base.
Way too early prediction.
No.
Hold on, guys. Wait. Before we get into that, we got another special guest that just hopped on. He was stranded, and now he's found. Tommy, welcome to the show. What's up, buddy?
What up?
Hey,
what
Tommy.
up?
Where were you stranded?
Glad you can make it, man.
Yeah, I hope. Did I miss a lot? What did I miss?
No, you
give
missed.
me the recap.
Okay, all right, guys. Here's a quick rundown in like 30 seconds. Number one, we're going to be every single team. We're talking about all the home games, the games that we're going to go to, the games that we're going to go to, away games. Right now, we're three teams away. We're on the Chiefs. Sarah thinks that Mahomes is trailer trash. Neil Tabanil is money man. And Tommy, you're the man, bro. Welcome to Breaking Tables. I'm your host, Brian.
Been a minute, you guys. Glad to see you, Tampa Neil.
What's up, Tommy?
My buddy Brian.
No, buddy, it's been a minute, dude. It's been.
I'm Sarah. I'm Steve Mama.
Well, nice to meet you, Sarah.
She's gonna change her name though to like Bad Bill's Mama or something.
There you go.
Why are you gonna change it?
Mafia.
BBM.
I could. I don't know yet. I gotta think about it.
So right now we're going through. We're on the Chiefs, okay, and we're thinking of some cool name because the rivalry against Dolphins squished the fish. So now we got to think of some cool like names against the Chiefs, who are our new rival, according to Sarah. I was thinking like, how about like Tomahawk the Chiefs?
That
could be considered racist.
No, we can't do that.
That's like.
Oh,
you get it.
Should I go ahead and delete that? No, probably. I'm going to keep that one.
No, it's like, I don't know. What do they call it? Not racist, but it's like cultural appropriation. That's what it's called.
Okay. We can't say Tomahawk.
But we could make signs of Miss Piggy
if I said
and
like
Kermit. We could do Miss Piggy and Kermit. Like funny sayings, you know.
Let's
Muppet Mafia.
Step on the Muppets. No,
that's a tough one. That's a tough one, guys. I got to think about that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Guys, hold on. You're thinking about the word scalping. I'm not saying.
What about
scalping.
Mahomie is a jabroni? I got it. Mahomie is a jabroni.
There
you go.
Words together.
Oh. That's like a Mafia honestly, thing.
That's something I gotta take. I gotta take my time on. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that, Brian. You gotta come up with a going. Squish the fish is that will never.
But a
go
dolphin
away.
is not a fish. A dolphin is a porpoise.
I get that, but right, I know, but it is what it is. You know how it is. We can't say squish the dolphins. I mean, I don't know. Squish the fins. Right?
PETA will be all over us. You can't do that to dolphins. I love them.
Are they going to change the Chiefs because they changed the Washington Redskins?
No, because the Redskins are like the name is
I got it.
More of a derogatory.
Chiefs.
Chief is just
what's going on, Chief? What did you call me? No, if he called
Kansas
me
City Corn Husks. That's what they can change them to.
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of corn out in Kansas. I don't know if you guys
There
ever been
is.
out there.
I know. That's what I mean.
A lot of
Brian,
casinos.
bold
Yeah.
prediction time. Bold prediction time.
Oh boy.
Wait. I gotta buckle up for this. Tommy, you buckled up? Let's go. Go ahead, Neil.
I'm buckled in.
When you drink too
Neil.
much at night and you wake up the next morning, what do you get?
Sweats.
What do you mean, like food?
If you drink way too much alcohol one night and you wake up the next morning, what do you get? Usually
The shits?
Cold sweats.
A hangover.
Oh,
I predict the Chiefs will have a hangover season next year.
Really?
Yep.
Think so? Because Tom Brady spanked.
But they didn't win though.
Scooty.
The Buccaneers. The hangover goes for the Super Bowl team. It wouldn't go for the runner-up
team. Look at this.
They're not going to have a hangover. They're not going to have a hangover, but I think other teams are going to see how Tampa did it and how New England did it a few seasons back, and that's how you beat the Chiefs. You put pressure on Mahomes, and he's running around like Allen was his rookie year.
If we
look what he did in the Super Bowl. He did the same thing. He was just throwing it to anyone to kick
because they blitzed Mahomes like they blitzed Allen. That's what they did to Josh. They did the same thing.
Exactly. And they did that with the Patriots, did that in 2018?
Yeah.
He did the same thing. He could not score. They couldn't score a touchdown. It's the same thing. So they can be beaten. They have a lot of speed, but I think we're there, man. I think now the secret's out on how to beat the Chiefs, which
Josh
is a path
Allen better be working hard this offseason.
Which we will get.
Well, and here's a fun little fact.
Did you bring up JJ Watt? Anybody? Was this already talked about?
We talked about that last time, but nobody knows what's going on. I think he's coming to Buffalo.
Watch.
Did he get any more clues for us? Blue flowers or candles?
I told you. They thought I was making this up. Thank you.
Listen, guys, I did have a friend who said he saw him walk by a tree who was once planted by a guy who was from Buffalo.
Oh, listen, you stop.
Okay,
that is just from my friend.
But did you guys bring up the fact, though, which is to me a pretty big deal? I'm not like one of these guys, but I will say this. The Buffalo Bills tweeted out them talking about JJ Watt to the Buffalo Bills.
No, I didn't see that. When was that?
JJ Watt was spotted at the Buffalo Bills airport. They were saying
today. No, they okay. Right? Good morning football talked about how JJ Watt would be great going to the Bills, and the Buffalo Bills retweeted that video. The Buffalo Bills. So it wasn't coming from just one of us going, he should go there. So very rare do the Buffalo Bills tweet out an interest to a player that they want to sign. That is super rare.
We could go there. We could go there. If you are JJ Watt and you're at the last 2 years of your career, you had an amazing career, and you probably want a ring. And if you want to be part of a team, the defense needs you, wants you, the whole squad, the community, the Mafia, what we do for charities and what he does for charities best matchup. I'm going to go to Buffalo. I want a Super Bowl. We're the best team that can get that championship right there.
No doubt.
I can definitely see that. And all we're doing is getting rid of Butler. 3 guys: Butler, Addison, and who was our third guy?
John Brown.
Those 3 right
Jefferson, Addison, and Butler. But I heard that they could restructure Mario Addison's deal and he could stay, because they're saying even if they cut him, it's like $3 million. It's not that big of a cap space. So they could restructure and he could stay.
It's about $6 million cap they would open up for us.
Bojo's a free agent. Did anybody bring up Bojo?
Who? I
Or
know.
Hunter Bojo.
I know.
He's leaving, Brian. I mean,
Nailed it. Yeah, no, he's leaving.
What about
he's
Matt
leaving.
Milano? What about Milano?
If Milano
He's
wants
gone.
the money he wants.
No, he's gone. He's when Brandon Beane said he earned the right to test free agency, he said the same thing with Jordan Phillips, and he'd even offer a contract to Jordan Phillips. So Milano's gone. They're not going to give him they could franchise tag him. He would have already said it. They're not going to do that. They're going to let him. The pay is going to be too much. He's going to get signed. I think he's going to New England.
I don't think he's going to.
He's a Belichick player, bro. He's a typical.
Let's time out for 1 second. I want to get into definitely that, but I got to finish this list, or else my boss is going to kick my ass. I'm joking. I'm the boss. Let's finish this list, then we'll talk about that.
It's his OCD. It's fine.
Oh, Tomahawk Chiefs. Boom. We're going to stick with Trailer trash Chiefs. Then okay. Boom. We're sticking with that one.
Sterling.
Trash Chiefs.
Sterling.
So this
the
guys,
Sterling Silver Chiefs.
The last two on our list here. Okay. Chiefs, I see them beating that one. So let's go ahead and 3-0. Boom. We're beating the Chiefs. And now we've got the Saints. The Saints, they're so fucked when it comes to that salary cap. They're sitting $70 million over the salary cap. Everybody's leaving. Sorry. The entire if I'm the GM, I'm gonna fire myself just to save money, just because that's the only way. What else can you do?
Yeah.
And Breeze is coming back another season.
Is he?
That's what I heard. That way. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah, they're tough. They're going to be tough, but I think if we can offensively, if we can come up with a plan, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, because
it's another away game.
I want to go to that game. I want to go to New Orleans again. But either way, no, their defense is going to be the casualty of their cap.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is going to be pitiful next year.
Yeah.
Because that's where
and Breeze ain't getting any younger too. He's having a tough time out there. I don't see them being I see him being like an 8-win team next season, man. I do. Yeah. I don't see him winning more than 9 games, put it that way. I have him 8-8. I don't see him as a threat. Their defense is going to be bad. Drew Brees is a shell of what he was. He should retire now, and they should just move on. But I don't get that.
If there was ever a place where Ryan Fitzpatrick may go, it may be that.
That'd be a perfect landing spot for him.
That would be a perfect landing. Hey, we get to see him when he plays Buffalo. That'd be we can't get away from that guy, dude. We cannot get away. Speaking of Fitzpatrick, what if we get rid of Matt Barkley and listen, Fitzpatrick last year, back up, go to the Super Bowl with us. Vet minimum.
Too much
no.
money.
GM Neal says no.
Hey, how about you return the Buffalo Bills, retire as a Buffalo Bills?
Be the money. Yeah, it's the money, man.
We definitely need a better backup.
Patrick is a Harvard grad in economics. He's not going anywhere for league minimum.
No. He was going to retire a year ago. Yeah. It's the Dolphins that call him up. He was going to retire. He was ready to retire.
He's not going back to Miami. He doesn't want nothing to do with Miami, especially what they did to him this last year. They did him dirty.
They did him dirty.
He was winning, and he's like, "All right, guys, listen, Tua sucks. Can you go in there and win the game for us?" Oh yeah, sure.
And he does. Yeah.
We're gonna be the starter. You know what, Tua? Those 2 completions were amazing. You're benched.
Yeah, that stinks.
So moving away from
potential, but
we are beating the Saints, and that would be a game that we definitely need to highlight because New Orleans, baby, Mardi Gras, the hand grenades, just you name it. I don't know if you guys ever been there. I've been there before Mardi Gras.
I've never been.
I've never been. Tommy, me neither.
No, never been. That's I would love to go though. I would love to. That's all. That'll be on my bucket list.
Yeah. My bucket list keeps getting bigger on this show.
So we got Jacksonville, Tennessee. The next game we're going to be talking about, we'll save that in a minute. Possibly the Chiefs, the Colt Bills game. It's going to be an expensive year this year. I hope that I can actually maintain a full year of work with no other pandemic. No more viruses, China, please.
Is there going to be a preseason?
No.
How many preseason games, or what are they doing?
They don't know yet.
The NFL has said that they plan for a full stadiums in the fall.
Yeah, they have to.
So
full stadium or stadium or preseason?
Full stadiums in the fall, which means they're going to
preseason. Is there
Did I ever
preseason?
tell you? I never told you the story of my father-in-law, did I? Random story, but I can save it for later if you want.
No, let's hear it.
He was supposed to go and he had to get tested. So he was going to go to the game before the Chiefs. So he was supposed to go. We have season seats. He was all set, ready to go. Tested positive, but he had no symptoms.
That sucks.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so he
That
couldn't go.
sucks.
He was so
That
upset.
sucks.
He was like heartbroken. It was so sad. I felt so bad for him. Sorry.
Wouldn't that we talked about that. Well, imagine walking in. Okay, you're all walking together. Oh, let's go in. He tests positive. Sir, you're positive. I don't know who that fucking guy is.
I don't know what that guy is.
Oh, yeah, I don't- yeah, I don't know who
No, but you
guy
have
is.
to do it 3 days before and you have to send it to like whatever that place was. But it was so crazy. I felt so sorry. I was like, oh, I'm so sad.
I would have
He's
been
such a big,
pissed.
yeah, he's like, I mean, he's as diehard as it gets.
Oh
So-
man, that's tough.
I know. It's just,
Um,
I'm ready for it to be over.
Next,
Ready
yeah, oh
for
yeah, We all
regular
are. I think everybody
Yeah.
is.
Stuff,
Oh, yeah.
man. I want to tailgate. I'm over it.
I think
Speaking
football
of
will be
tailgating,
ready to go this
Listen, if
season.
I could
'cause
teach
the
all year,
vaccines are out.
we can go to a Bills game. Being with
It'll be different.
kindergartners is the same thing. They
You think it'll
puke.
be a full? I don't think it'll be a full stadium. So
They're,
I
I
do.
mean, I
You
teach
guys all
kindergarten.
said it?
They're not drunk.
nah, I don't care
But
what
they
they
throw
say.
up sometimes.
It's up
They
to the
don't jump
governor,
through
man.
tables.
NFL
Yeah.
don't govern, man.
Both fling boogers.
Yeah, they fling boogers. I mean, they don't jump through tables. Sometimes they do if they're mad. But I mean, kindergarten's kind of like a Bills Mafia.
Speaking of flinging boogers,
Oh God,
I got nothing.
no.
You're right. Speaking of boogers, how about Tom Brady and the Buccaneers? And that's also going to be a away game. Neil is going to have the biggest party at his house that whole weekend. We're inviting Andre Reed. We're inviting all these people. I'll get Thomas Smith come over, and we'll all break tables at Tampa Neil's house.
And Dom Brown.
like-
Oh, it's going to be a party.
Dom can do what he said.
Tom Brown will perform at your house. bro.
He's fantastic. Can I tell you? He just came out with a new song. It's dope. It's
We would've- we
amazing.
were-
He is so talented.
We would have played so much better against the Bucks in the Super Bowl. I feel like
Mm.
I
would've
do. No touchdown. I think we were going to put a touchdown up at least, right?
I don't know.
I mean, damn. I know their defense was on point, but man, I guess styles make
If there is one thing that you could say, like a New Year's resolution for the Bills, it would be you
Beat Tom
can't
Brady.
win by field goals. That's it.
Yeah.
Done. Field
Well,
goals, no
pass
more.
it.
You
Yeah,
have
I
to
don't-
score. You have
I don't
to
know
score.
what the problem. I thought the whole playoffs we didn't offensively play well.
Josh Allen geeks out. Josh, if you're listening, you need to listen to classical music. Whatever hype music they got you on, tone it down. Listen to some classical
Ashen
music
Bach.
and just like
It's
do
most
some
in your life.
yoga,
Listen
You'll be
to
all right.
breaking tables. Listen
some
to
Cobra
listen to our
Kai.
voices
some
before you go on
Miyagi
the
Do.
board.
Instead of Cobra Kai, let's do some Miyagi Do. You need to do some some
Hey,
like
but
Mr.
his
Miyagi stuff.
they were on him though, like white on rice. Let's come
They
on
were.
now.
They knew.
He
They
had
they had his
What could
number.
he do? Yeah, they rushed him. That's on Dable, you guys. He had no game plan. He did not change during the halftime.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was stuck. He got out coached big time in that game. That's on coaching. I'm sorry.
And everybody sings his praises too. But maybe
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not a Dable guy. And I know the coaches, I know the players love him. And I know maybe you guys are going to kill me on that, but I've never been a Dable supporter. I felt he did much better this season as far as in-game adjustments, which was his flaw for the past 2 seasons. Did way better, but he still gets stuck and out-coached when it matters. And it showed really during the whole playoffs. I'm serious. Like, honestly, our defense gave us the Baltimore game. The first game we almost lost, and we got killed by the Chiefs. He had no answer for any of those teams, their defense. So I was hoping Dorsey was going to take over, but we got another year. We'll see.
If
I'm
it's
just
not,
happy
if it's
Dorsey's
not
leaving.
broke,
I'm
guys,
just not
if
a
it's
Dable
not
guy.
broke, let's not. We're not going to fix it. We need to fix our defense. That's what we got to fix. The defense.
Boom.
If you're telling me all those games that we lost, how many times of those games? How many 100-yard rushers did we have this year? How many 100-yard rushers did we have last year, the year before? Not that many. I can think of maybe like 2-3 games. This year,
Well,
5.
We were missing Star, which was a lot of people don't realize, but that was a big loss because Ed Oliver's out of position. We weren't in sync early on, especially with him being out. So everybody had to play different roles on the defense. So not only that, our corner room, I'm not impressed with. I love Trey, but Levi is who he is. We had an old Norman. We need to address the corner back position. We need to address the edge. If we get JJ Watt, game is on, man. We are a dangerous team, but we still need to draft a cornerback. We cannot go into next season with no help with Trey. He needs help.
You're Brandon
He
Bean.
needs
Tommy,
help,
you're Brandon
yeah.
Bean. Tommy, you're Brandon Bean. What's your 30th pick? What position you got?
Running back if he's available. I love the good dude from Alabama. I love Najee Harris. If he's available,
I don't see him out there, man. I don't.
If he's available, if he's slipping, okay. If he's slipping in the draft, let's say he's in the 20th and no one's picked him yet, I would trade up to get him. That's how good I think he's going to be. And I'm going to tell you right now, I know you guys are going, oh, run it. I'm not a fan of running backs in the first round either, but he's going to be a beast. I'm telling you right now, look at his size. Look at how he runs. He is almost like a Henry.
You heard it here first.
We need that. We got two small backs. That's not going to – I'm telling you, we got two of the same. With Moss and Singletary, we have to have a power back with some speed, and he's the guy. If he's available, hell yeah, you take him. If he's not, I would take a cornerback. Then the rest of the draft, all offensive linemen.
Yeah.
Well, your whatever you pick that first round, your second round has to complement that. So if I'm picking a running back first round, you'd have to go offensive line. You'd have to go offensive line, especially a right tackle. Who knows if Darrell Williams is going to be staying this year or not? He's going to make some money. He was great. But then there's all these guys that are out there. But so if you're going to get a running back, then you're going to need a line to make sure that running back is successful. Now, on the opposite side, I'm all about the defense. I'm going to choose. I'm going to get Derek Watt on board. I'm going to get a stud on defensive tackle. That way, these guys are rested, not injured. That way, there's constant pressure every single play. Number two, I'm going to go with that cornerback. I'll skip defensive tackle back to a cornerback, and then third round, guess it, linebacker. I'm going to find the best linebacker, maybe throwing a tight end in the 5th, 6th, or 7th.
I agree with Tommy, though, because that was kind of the same spot that I was looking for with Singletary. Like, I felt like that was a part that needs to be worked on, though, because I feel like if there was more, it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Parsons.
What do you think, Neil?
Micah Parsons.
I like the guy from Buffalo, too, the running back. I
want to see them trade up and get Micah Parsons out of Penn State. I want the best linebacker, and he is an absolute stud. If we lose Milano, man, Parsons and Edmonds as two, like those guys, we'd have the best two linebackers in the NFL.
We need other options, though, for Josh, other than Stephon Diggs. And I feel like a running back makes more sense. If we can get a hole and we can go and we can get through that hole, Singletary wasn't able to break through at all. I mean, really,
I think it's more of a
he
guard
was
issue
stopped. I know, but I'm just saying, like, I think if we had more options, it would make more sense.
Yeah, that hurt. Not only that, he's another receiving option. There's just a lot more to it. He can block better. He's just a bigger guy. We need a bigger back, man, in general. And if we don't get that, there's always the guy from Buffalo. I forget his name. Tampa Neal, you may know him, the Buffalo running back.
They talked to him this week, yeah.
He is solid, man. He is solid. I forget his name. He had 8 touchdowns in a game this season. He broke the record. NCAA record.
The University of Buffalo player,
yes,
Doug Peterson or something like that. Is that
sure, right? I forget his name. But
Jared Peterson.
Yes. That guy's solid, man. If he drops later on in the rounds, then if you don't go running back first, you could take him maybe in the second. If he's available I would go cornerback then.
Running back, yeah. Wow, he's like a tank. He's 5'9". He's a little engine that could 195. Sorry.
But we need, like you were saying, Brian, we need offensive line, man. That worries me. Darrell Williams, they probably won't be able to afford to resign. Cody Ford is such an issue, man. They don't know where he should go. You have to protect Allen. If we go back to that 2017, 2018 offensive line, you're in trouble, man. You are in trouble.
Fair enough. Yeah, absolutely. We need Darrell Williams. If he's not sticking around, we're going to draft heavy on the offensive line. Defense, we can get it in free agency. Let's see what we can find in free agency, because think about it. We're not the only team in the NFL that is going to have trouble with this with the salary cap.
Right.
We've got and because so many players are going to be let go, that just decreases their market value, which is a bargain for teams who are looking for them, you know?
I'm hearing Hunter Henry is going to be available. That'd be a decent tight end for maybe a decent price.
That's a huge upgrade.
He's a big dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We need a tight end. Knox is not the guy. Unfortunately, I like Knox, but he's just not the.
Maybe another year or two, just develop under a Hunter Henry, because he's got that body size to do it. He can't catch. He needs some stick. He needs something on his hands to catch a damn ball and hold a damn ball.
He does.
Yeah, he needs a little work on the jug machine. That's 100% true. He does. I don't know. I don't get it, man. We've had better tight ends with no gloves that caught better. Seriously, the guy we had 2 years ago. Remember, his uncle was like Jack Nichols, the golfer guy.
O'Leary.
O'Leary. Yeah.
I love that kid. I was like, all right.
Yeah,
you know. So he needs help.
So guys, 66 days until the draft. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be feeding it down your throats week after week after week. We're going to throw in some comedy. We're going to throw in some, obviously I want to get a hold of these Bills backer guys over here to the away games, just so we can set something up, and we'll have some crazy fun, Mafia.
It would be cool to podcast like from one of the games together.
Oh, yeah.
How cool. Like we should make that a bucket list thing.
It's not happening. It will happen this year. It will happen this year. I know.
I will have my cowboy boots on.
For sure. I'm 5 hours away. I'll drive right there.
Hey, there you go. That would be insane, guys. That would be.
I will fly. I will fly to Nashville.
I'll fly. I'm not driving.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're not driving. I'm not driving.
Hey, I drove that Florida, because I'm from Florida initially. I'm in Detroit now. I did that trip on driving 5 times, 6 times.
Wow.
Not fun. So I don't blame you. That would take you probably 34, 36 hours to get to Buffalo.
I'm from New York, so I could drive to Buffalo, but
you're not. That's not fair.
No bueno.
Huh?
You drive too slow. 34 hours?
No, well, Miami to New York. Miami to New York, you'd have to be doing 9 hours.
Neil, he probably drives slow.
Hold on. So I drove. Listen, we're going to end on this story, because my wife and I drove from Fort Lauderdale up to New York City and over to Buffalo, or however we did it there.
Crazy.
It took us 22 hours. Of course, we went straight. Slept and
right there you go. You're straight. Yeah, okay. You're probably doing how fast.
And the other person was driving, and then it was the longest trip back, because we drove through Tennessee, and like there's these windy roads. So every I'm falling asleep. My wife is screaming, "Oh my God, we're gonna die!" As trucks are just downhill slope, and I got to look over like, "Babe, you're driving 5 miles an hour. What are you doing?"
It's freaky. The mountains are right there, man. Like you are dry, and there's signs that says "Watch out for the boulders coming down." I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, right?
And like Indiana Jones.
That's normal for me.
Not a fun trip.
The freaking plow truck driving by, like we have stuff like that all the time. When we go up to Lake Placid, one time we were coming home and we saw like a moose, like just like chilling in the road. Like mountains and stuff are all normal to us here in my town.
Hey, speaking of Lake Placid, something very important. You know what today is?
What?
You know what today is? Not
is it the hockey day?
Margarita Day, but it is the day where do you believe in miracles?
Miracle on Ice. We just talked about that.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's the anniversary.
Yep.
I'm not a hockey person, though.
My son,
alligator crocodile attacked, but that's a different.
Just prepare yourselves, because someday he'll either be on I don't know if he'll be in the NHL or not, but this kid's a savage. Like he literally got in the penalty box, and this is not something to be proud of. But kid went after his teammate. He went after the teammate, and he had like a 10-minute penalty plus an extra 2 minutes. And I was like, he's going to be the death of me, this child. But he's such a strong-willed individual. Like, I really think he's going to do well someday when he's like the goon. Like, he's going to be the closer. They're going to be like, all right, Seabolt, come on out.
Get him in there.
He's going to have no front teeth.
And
He's going to be the one that comes out and like knocks the guy out. Like, he's crazy. But
Ricky
hockey's
loves
big
it.
up here, and my daughter plays and Braden plays, but it's like the best sport ever. I love it.
Nice.
Here
And the-
too, I can't. It's
Yeah.
so boring. I can't watch. I'm sorry.
It's great. I love it.
I've been to a game though. It is fun watching the fights.
Don't be a Sabres fan. It's hard. It's hard, man.
Yeah, I see.
They
I see
stink.
that.
They stink. We should. That's a
Well,
podcast
guys,
for another day.
Yeah, that's why this
That's
is
a
a
pod-
Bills podcast.
Bills, thank God.
My bad.
One heartbreak at a time, guys. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Bills.
Come on, Jack.
So let's,
Jack
let's
Eichel.
yeah, I don't want to get an aneurysm on this episode. So
Did you guys? Did you talk about Von Miller potentially being cut? Anybody bring that up?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't even want to deal with his. He's got legal issues.
Hey, listen. Listen. You know, Buffalo.
That's a headache to bring in.
What? Not really.
He's
Not
a
really.
headache.
Depends. No, he's not a head. I think no, he's not. I would listen. If the price was right, I'd bring him in. 100% if the price was right.
Watch
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
But he's hurt, man.
Von Miller is one of the
Hurt.
best football players in that position for the past now he's been hurt, but so is JJ Watt.
Yeah.
No explanation.
I would take him.
Yeah.
You would be,
No,
you
Von.
Campanile, if we signed Von Miller, you'd be
No.
first with the Von Miller Buffalo Bills jersey
Oh,
coming
no,
on
we
here
didn't.
after
No,
No, we didn't.
three
Not a
sad
chance
performance
in hell.
saying I was wrong. I was wrong.
Not a
He's
chance
wearing a
in hell.
shirt underneath his shirt right now that
Right.
says "I heart Von."
It's like the
So?
it's like the jersey short. It's the shirt before the shirt.
Right.
Before you go out.
So how much you think JJ is gonna want? Just curious, because that's what he's holding off for. By the way, they're they're waiting for the salary cap to be announced.
Yeah, yeah. If you're
So
JJ
he's
Watt,
waiting on teams, right?
you're
So
worth
what are you
12
willing to pay?
15. 12 to 15.
If you're Brandon Bean, though, what do you pay? If you're Brandon
Well-
Bean, what's your max?
Two years, 24 million, 10 million this year, 14 next. Boom.
Mhm.
Guaranteed money.
Guaranteed?
Yep.
Guaranteed 10 and 14.
The only team that we're competing against that has money is Cleveland. That's
It's
it.
tough, man. I think he's going to want more,
Well, then he's going to
and
end up going to Cleveland because
that's why we're not going to be able to get him.
What is
he's
Cleveland
he's
salary?
going to end up going to Cleveland because Cleveland's the only
Yeah.
team that has money.
Browns?
They have
Yeah.
21 million. They have
Yeah.
$21 million available.
I know
That's-
why.
that's
They're
why.
going to be that's the team that everybody's sleeping on right now, the Cleveland Browns.
If it's about money, he's going to the Browns. If it's about winning, like a Super Bowl, like he says, then he should go to the Buffalo Bills.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
heard
what
it
is
here
about?
first, Bills Mafia. Tommy said it.
And if it's not about either, then he's going to go to Pittsburgh and just take a low ass contract to play with his brothers. That's where he's at right now.
That's my thought, is that he's going to go to play with his brothers.
But he's going to have to play for cheap because Pittsburgh is
really
the
cheap,
same
They're
hole.
not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's
not
same
going
hole with us.
Listen, the chicken
gonna-
wings are good, JJ. They're good in Buffalo. Go to Duff's.
He's going to want, I think, 13 and a half or 14
Bill.
a season.
He's not going to get it. I don't think he'll get it
Our
from Cleveland.
Bills, yeah.
Yeah. Cleveland's dumb enough to pay that. They will pay that.
They are idiots.
Cleveland overpay. Cleveland does Cleveland things all the time, bro.
Yeah.
They do dumb things all the time.
They
They'll
got one of-
overpay.
They got one of our
and,
players.
and I will say this for JJ, why we're a good spot for him as well. We have a great training facility that players love, and he only gets like 65% snaps under Frazier's system. So he's not even going to be playing a full amount. These guys are going to dog him out. He goes to Cleveland, he's getting way more than 60% snaps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And-
You're looking at like
It'll be him and
75.
Garrett at 20. Yeah, him and Garrett will be playing the entire time.
Right. And he won't last. I'm telling you right now, his body, he's at a stage of his career. He needs 60%, 65 snap count. And we're the perfect team to give him that.
Yeah.
And we got a perfect facility for him to train. I don't think any other football team has what we have as far as that goes. And that's a huge bonus. So we'll see. I think they're going to push that on him. So I'm hoping he sees the reason. If he really wants Super Bowl, he's going to come to us. If he doesn't, he's going to go play for Cleveland and good luck, or go play Pittsburgh, and they're not going anywhere.
Could make up our own TikTok song, like chicken wing, JJ Watt's coming to Buffalo.
They're stuck. Look at Big Ben. Big Ben wants to stay. He's hurt. He's hurting that team, man.
Yeah.
Big Ben is hurting the team. Drew Brees is hurting New Orleans Saints by not retiring. Two players that don't want to give it up, and I think Pittsburgh's going to wind up.
The team of New Orleans is hurting New Orleans. They're so 70 million under the cap. Like, you got to get rid of the entire team. All right, this whole defense. Bye, guys. Sorry, can't keep
Well, the
you.
Texans will do that probably.
Yeah, Texans will give up anyone, man.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, they need to restructure.
Not one of my players. Scratching like a crackhead. I appreciate everyone's enthusiasm. I try to keep my shows not so long, so that way my listeners who are still listening, and if you are still listening, God bless you, Mafia.
God bless you.
I want to make sure that you guys are just, on your way driving home, 30-minute drive here, 30-minute drive there. You can listen to me anywhere. You can listen to me in a box with a fox, even with your favorite jam, green eggs and ham. All right, I'm bad at doing that.
All right.
But, let's go around the room, guys.
Stuff.
Let's go around the room. Let's start with my boy Tommy, because we haven't seen him in forever. Tommy, thanks for hopping on so late, but we are glad.
Hey,
better to late than never.
Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I normally am on time. Brian knows this, but today I ran into a little issue. But you can catch me on my YouTube, Buffalo Mafia Football. And that's it, man. And I'm glad to come on anytime, Brian. I appreciate you, man.
Awesome, brother. It's always a good time, especially with everybody here, because we always bounce ideas back and forth, and it gets fun, man. It gets so much fun. You can tell the energy from this episode versus last week's episode. Then again, I was a little, Ted under the weather.
Yeah.
So,
He was half dead. It was fine. He was half COVID.
Sabi Mama, who is in the process of changing her name to something much, much cooler.
I don't know what.
It's going to be something. Where can we find you besides the kindergarten hall yelling at little kids?
I don't yell. I speak clearly. No.
Listen here, you little shuts.
No, I do say that, but I have mask on. They can't hear me. No, I'm kidding. Instagram is Seed Mama. And Twitter, same thing, Steve Mama. And I'm on Facebook if you want to find me. But I don't really post anything on there really exciting. It's more, I tweet stuff out, and Instagram I'll post stuff. But that's about it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. And we got to work on your name. Bill's Bad Mama, Stevie Mama.
I don't know. It's like bad. I don't know. That's why the Bad Moms Club. I got to come up with something. I don't know yet.
Yeah, she's part of this group called the Bad Moms
Bad
Club.
Moms. Shout out to the Bad Moms. They're listening probably because they're my homies.
Awesome.
Really
awesome.
But yeah, they keep me grounded and sane.
Well, thanks for hopping on again. And my boy Tampa Neil, what's up, brother? I just
GM Neil. You're changing your name.
GM Neil.
I like that name, actually.
He's the numbers guy.
So you come up with a good name for somebody else, and you can't come up with a name for you?
Kindergarten
Come
Cop.
on.
I can't do Kindergarten Cop because it's not Mafia related. I feel like it needs to be something good,
Schwarzenegger might sue you too.
Normally I have this big Billy the Buffalo hat, so I feel like it has to be tied into that somehow.
How about Kinder Mafia?
No, I don't know.
GM Neil, GM Neil, where can we find you besides everywhere, brother?
Well, for the game against the Bucks this year, we will be working. I told you a little bit about this. We're going to be working on getting a lot rented just for Bills fans. So keep in touch. Make sure you listen to Breaking Tables. Subscribe to Breaking Tables, damn it, so you can hear more information about this as the year goes along.
Cool.
Yes. And it's definitely happening because we're definitely playing them in the regular season. So I'm definitely going this time. Not just going to talk about it. This time I'm going to be about it. So I can't wait, Neil. I can't wait. We're going to be talking about this next episode, the episode after that, and the episode after that. And
that'd be a good t-shirt. Don't talk about it, be about it. Breaking Tables. I'm making it on my Cricut.
Boom.
I like it.
Nice.
Breaking Tables.
Guys, you can find me, Mafia. You listen to me all the time. Thank you so much for listening to me. This is Brian. You can find me Twitter, Breaking Tables, BR8 King Tables, Facebook, Brian Metzlake, or Breaking Tables. I am a Buffalo Fanatics podcast. This is Brian with Breaking Tables. Guys, I love you. I am out until next week. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.
Mafia.
Bye.